Why Let It Go is the most streamed Disney song. 6 years after its release date, the Disney musical Frozen remains the most popular animated film of all time. The teaser trailer, if you were neither the parent of young children nor a connoisseur of animated musicals in 2013, it's hard to explain the cultural force that was Frozen's signature ballad. Let It Go was at Christmas 2014, the peak of Frozen mania. My Corinne's parents gifted my delighted 3-year-old a light-up karaoke-style machine that played Let It Go in an endless loop. Years later, Let It Go has been played 94.3 million more times than the second most popular song, the ballad How Far I'll Go from the 2016 film Moana, and 116.1 million more times than Moana's You're Welcome, sung by none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Streaming isn't an ideal metric of Disney popularity. Mega hits such as The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast had their heyday long before the dawn of Spotify, so the full reach of Hakuna Matata is probably not captured in the platform's metrics. But the top 40, note this table covers songs from 1989 forward. Data for some songs, but what precisely makes Let It Go as popular as it is? Musically, the chorus is strong, and that climactic note at the end, "Let the storm rage on," is unforgettable. One of the deepest dives into Let It Go-ology comes from Sam Zarin, a doctoral student in historical musicology at New York University, who also runs the blog DisneyMusicTheory.com. Asked by Quartz, consider the song's position in the film's narrative. Elsa, this is all significant in Disney music. Minor keys often indicate sadness, low registers indicate darkness, descending melodies indicate loss, and the low energy makes it feel like she's muttering to herself. But by the end of this, again, this is all musically significant. The transformation, and then there's the close synchronization of the music with the fabulous animation. The animation is, when I imagine the opening landscape, I hear the sadly descending melody and the sparse orchestration. When I imagine Zarin's analysis is as sound as any we've heard, though there's also a spirited discussion going in the responses to his question to Twitter on the subject. Let the Storm Rage, Gallery Disney Animated Classics remade into live-action movies photos.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.